give it a shot. I literally was working 6 hours at my full-time job and went over to the part-time job doing AAA. For people that don't know what AAA is, if you don't know, is when they, service when they come jumpstart your car, change your tire, give you gas, stuff, pretty much like that. So when it come down to it, it was crazy how, I was doing that part time, and I got to the point where I was making more money part time doing that than working at my regular job. And it was because more or less at AAA, you get commission for selling batteries. So this AAA, we would sell you the batteries, install them, and actually it was a good service, to be honest. People looked at it as a jip, but my thing is this: batteries typically go out within a 5-year span, and they have a date on the battery. I learned so much. Like literally every battery has a born on date, to the year it was made, all the way to the T. So if you get a battery, you can actually tell how good or how long you're going to have that battery. And, to the point if it's going to go dead or, to a degree almost. But with AAA, they sit there and we would change out batteries. And, a lot of people looking at, well, it's an upcharge, it's this. I said, okay, good, simple. Our batteries were about I would say three something. Some of them are two. The AMG batteries, those were like the more 300 something, but the AMG batteries are for like, your Mercedes, high-end cars and stuff like that. And I wouldn't skimp on battery quality, especially for a nice car, because you're going to lose out on the power. And eventually that battery's going to go bad faster because you're draining more. So, but anyway, it was an easy sell for me because you're in a predicament where you need a battery. I can jump your car, you can go to AutoZone, fix it. And if something else happens again, you're in that position, you need a battery. And then this is the crazy part. Even if you don't have AAA anymore and you have a AAA battery, AAA still has to come out there and give you that warranty on that battery. So that was always a good thing, to where if you bought that battery and you can sit there, get a discount with AAA. Let's say I was going across somebody, they didn't have AAA, they can call AAA, get the service, get the battery, or just buy the battery outright. They'll be a little more because the membership was better. If you stranded somewhere, they're coming to give you gas, they're jumping off your car, they give you a battery, changing out terminals. A lot of times terminals get rotted out. Those are felt protectors. Personally, I thought it was a little bit too much. They were charging $10 for $5 for each felt protector. That's $10. The terminal cables, I would prefer to get something that was more durable. Those are the terminal cables that they had. It was crazy expensive, but the point of it was they work. I've done roadside myself before, but it's just the whole thing of trying to create that business and getting people to render your service. That's why my delivery service that I do from time to time, I don't have to advertise for it. I've done so well with customers that I got so many repeat customers. And shout out to the older community. The crazy part is, like, they buy so much stuff, offer up, Facebook market. Do you know how many older people don't want to meet people, be in fear of them robbing them or kidnapping them? Like, it's a good service for me to go pick up a dresser for somebody, video chat, let them see it in person. And some of them, they trust my judgment because I bought things for them before, to the point where, hey, if it don't look good, don't buy it. Put yourself in a situation, would you buy it? And if it's something that's questionable, call me. They send me the money, I buy the stuff, and go from there. I got people that I trust that are pretty good, to where they don't have to send me the money. They just have the money when I get there, because I've dealt with these customers a lot of times. But, you know, like I said, needless to say, getting into business, man, that makes you a lot of money. A lot of people are not doing it. They're, like I said, if you literally follow the money, you will know a lot of people who run business, they're successful. You know, starting off business is going to be slow. Nobody's an overnight sensation all the time. And I should say all the time, because some people, man, pure luck. One guy I know, he was selling jackets, started his own clothing brand. He had one rapper where his stuff took off. Just took off. But the point of it is, when it came down to it, you know, he had to put it in that rapper's hand for that rapper to wear his stuff. And people, you know, thinking that it's so hot that they wanted it. You know, the thing is now, man, like, if we sit here, keep working these jobs, you're not gonna get rich working a job. Most jobs get you to make enough to come back. If you make too much, it's gonna be an issue. They give you just enough to come back. You know, and then when you complain about it, they give you a raise. They give you another position in the company to make you feel good. But in the end, all that sacrificing you're doing for the company, you're killing your dreams. You're not even working towards the goal of owning your own business no more. I was just recently listening to a video where this guy said he had a side company which he can't even work no more. He got gym membership, he can't even do no more, because with the gym membership, he's sitting here trying to go to the gym, but he has to work. He said he only sees his kids 2 hours a day. That's if they stay up late. He's working long hours. You know, his job, you know, they pay him, but he got to pay the bills. So he got to constantly hit that job and go to work. And a lot of people not understand, like, these trade jobs are making good money right now. A lot of people not focusing on these trade jobs. I'm telling you. That's why I'm more or less looking into home improvement. Like, driving right now, 18-wheelers, box trucks and stuff, they're trying to pretty much push a lot of the good drivers out. Because you hear these complaints all the time talking about how these drivers can't drive 18-wheelers. They giving anybody license. As long as you can pass a test, which is anybody to the capability of picking up a book and reading and going to school, paying all that money, as long as you can do the basics in front of them, they'll give you a license. But man, on-the-job training is better. I mean, honestly speaking, a lot of these companies, even these schools, need to have companies that they work with that put these guys in position, which what they call yard dogs, where you driving in them, you know, company yard, moving trailers around. Then you get to the point of, you know, being on the road. Moving the trailers around, that's kind of like a luxury for some of the experienced drivers that been there for years. They not running the road no more. They just locally doing little stuff. And they start making these new guys do that, because so many, like that thing that happened in Denver, with that guy came down, that Mexican guy that came down there, and you know, I think he killed 20 people. I know he hit like 20-something cars coming down off that hill with on the mountain with no brakes. I'm like, man, what is it, Mount Eagle up in Tennessee? You hit that off ramp, and a lot of people was talking about that. You hit one of those runoff ramps, you paying a fine for hitting that ramp because you didn't check your brakes before you came down that mountain. And a lot of companies don't want to pay the fine, because you got to pay that fine, and you got to pay for somebody to come spread that rocks back out for the next truck that run out of brakes. So a lot of these companies, man, they to the point where that got easy. You seen in the video, if people knew back in the, I think it was about 2 years ago or so when he did that, But it was crazy. Like, he looked like he's gonna hit the ramp. He was on the phone with somebody and he jumped over back at the last minute. That was the last runoff ramp before he got to the bottom. Now, my thing was this, literally seeing all that, why they didn't try to clear the traffic, or the guy could, if I was that guy, man, I would just ran into the wall. Because I knew if I would have killed those people down there, man, it would have been on me. Listening to that company, man, and then he ended up letting the company give him a lawyer, and the lawyer threw him up under the bus. Word of advice, these companies do not have your best interest at heart. They will literally throw you up under the bus real quick, fast, and hurry. You know, they bottom line matters more than anything. They don't care. They do not care. They will sit there, throw you up under the bus, won't think twice about it. Won't think twice about it. I'm finna get ready to get off of here, but at the same time, man, like I say, when it come down to it, hey, find your lane, find your people. You know, try to get to the point of making money, man. Do for self. Do some things that can help your life. Go try to pursue a career. You know, like I said, trades right now are doing so much, doing well. What are we gonna pursue to make our lives better? Because we can always work a 9 to 5 as a fail safe. So if I'm doing this job and I'm making money, you know, pretty good, but at the same time, my fail safe is, you know, if I'm not making money at my job, I can always rely on my side job, my side hustle. If my side hustle not making money, I got a 9 to 5. So hey, open it up. I always have a fail safe, you know. And a lot of times, this is a running joke on YouTube. A lot of people know. I always say, I don't have no boss. I don't have a boss, because in the end, you know, it's funny. People they say it doesn't make sense, but it do. If you can fire me and hire me back, why you can't tell me to come back when I don't want to come back? How many people how many companies will call a person and say, hey man, we made a mistake, or not even just that, well, we want you to come back to the job, and the person says no. But I'm your boss. What does that mean if I don't work for the company? So technically speaking, runners, like I said, don't have a boss. You know? So when it's all said and done, you know, run the risk. Go for your dreams. Pick up your trades. Pick up something like a hobby that you like, and make it be a thing. With all that being said, shout out. You know what I say when I get off here all the time? We here and we gone. Peace.